Hi, I'm Ross Purnell, editor of Fly Fisherman magazine. Next up on the ICAST New Fishing Gear Guide, we're going to talk to Chris Walker of RIO Products about the new Slickcast fly line. Can you give us sort of a high-level overview of why this is so important? People seem pretty excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited about it too. It's actually an entirely new fly line coating technology that we've developed, and it leads to basically the slickest fly lines we've ever measured in our lab tests, and we've kind of confirmed those measurements through a lot of field testing as well. And then in addition to that, we get a much improved durability of the fly line coating.
So slickness is important when you're casting and the fly line is shooting out through your guides. Does slickness help you in any other way in your fishing?
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, the first thing most people do when they cast a new line or a new rod is, peel lots and lots of line off the reel and make a big hero cast. And of course, slickness is great when you're shooting line and you do get a little bit more distance on a slick line than you would on a stickier fly line coating. But really the situation where I think the slickness helps the most is when you're feeding line into a drift. So for me, most of my trout fishing that I do here in Eastern Idaho is with dry flies. And frequently that means kind of a down and across presentation. So as soon as my fly hits the water, I'm feeding line into that drift to maintain a nice drag-free drift. And that's something that's been greatly improved with this new Slickcast coating.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. Just one more thing before we close up here. Is this just for trout fishing, or how does Slickcast go across the range of lines like warm water, salt water? Is Slickcast for everything, or this is just trout fishing?
So for this release, we've released it in basically our four best-selling trout tapers. So that's the Rio Grande, which is about a full-size heavy for faster action rods or bigger flies. Rio Gold, which is a classic, just all-around trout taper. The Perception, which I would say is kind of a little bit different, but equally good all-around trout taper. And then finally, the Technical Trout, which is your kind of long, fine front taper set up really specifically for dry fly fishing.
Well, thanks for giving us an overview of the new Slickcast line. Sounds exciting.
Yep, thanks for having me, Ross.